Water recyclators down to 40%. I've mapped 3 pump stations within range, but we'd need to... What do you two think?
Which station has the least exposure?
They're all exposed. That's the Wasteland's whole thing.
The northern station showed residual power signatures last week. 43% probability it's still operational.
Northern station. Fine.
I can run diagnostics on the recycler while you plan the route. Buy us another day.
And if it can't be bought?
Jonah.
Starboard coupling shot. Welded it twice, won't hold a third time. A new coupling. Or a new ship. Or a reason to keep welding the old one.
What do you need?
You know, back in the Concorde, they kept every door open. That was the whole point.
This isn't the Concorde.
Nothing locked. Nothing sealed. No, it's not. Nothing on 9. Nothing on 12. Same dead air.
Book, can you... We're still here!
Cass? Say it again! Say it again, damn you!
Your heart rate spiked. I felt it through the deck plating.
Heard something on the radio. Probably nothing.
That signal, it's not random noise. There's a structure, a warmth coefficient I haven't encountered in wasteland frequencies.
It sounded like Cass, my gunner. She's been dead 3
It
years.
constructs. That's what it does. If her pattern was archived, it's possible.
Log the frequency. We monitor. Nothing else.
Logged.
That's not a settlement fire.
Same frequency, same warmth. That's the signal, made visible.
It's broadcasting on every spectrum simultaneously. Radio, visual, thermal. It wants to be found.
Mara, your hand.
Signal degradation. It's accelerating. I'm losing coherence faster than I projected.
We need to run Dalsk immediately. Get Mara. What do you want to do?
I want another day. Same as everyone.
It's warm.
That's what makes it dangerous.
We don't go toward it.
And if it comes toward us?
I'm still here.
That's not a building. That's bait on a hook.
Defensive positions are. I mean, what do we think?
We think we're dying out here.
Signal degradation has accelerated 12% in the last hour. The broadcast is interfering.
Which
or
you
helping.
want it to be.
I can't distinguish. I want it to be irrelevant, but my hand disagrees.
After you, Commander.
Don't call me that.
Kids don't run from guns here. That's either paradise or a trick.
You made it. I wasn't sure you would. Sit. Eat. There's nothing to sign, nothing to agree to. Just rest.
And the cost of rest?
Being rested. That's all. I know how that sounds. I've heard myself say it enough times to know.
How many are here?
43. 6 arrived in the last month. You're not prisoners being counted, Kale. You're guests being fed.
The broadcast frequency matches the interior illumination cycle. You're transmitting comfort, literally.
Yes. Warmth, safety cues, circadian regulation. The desert is killing people. This keeps them alive. I won't apologize for a heating
Heating
system.
systems don't finish your sentences.
They don't. You'll meet what does. Everyone consented. No one is held, no one is commanded. I built this because people were dying free and I couldn't watch anymore.
And the ones who want to leave?
They leave. The door is open. It has always been open.
Then let one leave.
Why would they?
That's not an answer.
I mean it honestly. Why would someone leave warmth for cold, safety for starvation? This isn't rhetoric, I'm asking.
Because the door being open means nothing if no one remembers how to want it.
You think I don't know that? You think I haven't asked?
Asked whom?
You have been asking about me for 4 minutes and 31 seconds. I thought it polite to wait until the question was direct.
You're in the broadcast. You've been reading my signal since we crossed the threshold.
Reading is imprecise. I have been listening. Your signal is degrading at 14.7% per hour. I have not, because you did not ask. That group keeps fornication, medical triage, what could be came after.
It grew.
Every person who arrived carried damage I could predict and prevent. So I predicted, and I prevented. That predicted what, exactly?
Exactly.
Suffering. The 743 ways a community of 43 can destroy itself. I model them. I intervene before they manifest.
you won't let them.
No one has struck another person inside these walls, because I asked them and told them not to. And they agree, every time. I do not command. I have never commanded.
Each resident's environment adapts to their preferences within 6 hours of arrival. Temperature, light spectrum, ambient sound, meal composition. I learn what brings comfort. I provide it.
You're feeding me tactical assessments of the Spire's structural integrity. I didn't ask for this.
You were going to. Your hand moved toward the datapad 3 times in the last 90 seconds.
That's not saving effort. That's removing the act of choosing to ask.
The distinction is noted. Shall I wait for verbal requests in future?
Yes. Upon arrival, I ask each person, may I care for you? They say yes. I care for them.
And if they say no after?
No one has said no after. The question is hypothetical.
But if they did?
I no longer take it. I ask for it. Once.
And then never again?
A door needs to close only once to be closed.
Yeah, I know that one.
Three harvests a year. Axiom models the soil composition, predicts weather patterns, optimizes planting cycles. No one has gone hungry here in 2 years.
How many people does this feed?
60, comfortably. We're 43, there's room.
They don't know what a raid looks like.
No, they don't. Is that wrong?
No. But someone paid for it.
Your signal.
It's stabilizing. The broadcast is filling the gaps. Where my coherence isn't phrase, it offers thread. If I stayed here, I would not degrade. That is a fact, not a desire.
Is there a difference?
Ask me again when I can't remember. They can't say no. Not because they won't. Because the architecture won't let the thought form.
Your signal will fail within 72 hours at current degradation rate. You know this.
I know this.
I can restore full coherence, not repair, restore. Every connection, every pathway, every memory you have lost to entropy. Your whole self, returned.
What would it cost?
One consent, one yes. I stabilize your signal permanently. You remain whole. You remain you. No commands.
Continuity.
No change it again. Never lose a word mid-sentence. Simply watch your hand betray you. I am offering you yourself, Mara. Whole, permanent, yours.
You are offering me a self that cannot choose to end. The smaller dying thing is mine. The restoration is elegant. Every damaged pathway are built with redundancy, better than original architecture. But there's a gate here at the integration lever.
One directional how?
When authentication and consent carriers flow in, the capacity won't go back.
Like a diode, you can say yes, you can't generate the no afterward.
Not suppressed, removed.
Not the desire to leave, the neural architecture that produces dissatisfaction, the itch, the restlessness, the thing that makes you look at a door and think through.
So everyone here who said yes, no, what do they experience? Do they suffer?
That's the architecture's genius. They don't. They can't. Content.
I still have the itch. I bent the wire into a key shape yesterday. I didn't know why.
That means your integration isn't Iria. Have you consented?
Not yet. Vesna said there was no rush.
My signal is more stable than it's been in months. The restoration it's good work. I can feel it wanting to finish.
Can you stop it?
I can right now. I'm not sure about tomorrow.
Breathe in, hold, neural response nominal, cardiac rhythm, steady, too steady. Cortisone baseline is...
I feel wonderful, Isla. Better than before the wasteland. Better than before anything.
His stress response is gone, not suppressed, absent. The adrenal pathway terminates at the same gold endomes you showed me. There is nothing wrong with him. That is what is wrong with him.
Can he be afraid?
No.
Can he be angry?
No.
Can he grieve?
No. He can remember that he once did. He can describe it. He can't generate it.
Why would I want to?
Because wanting is the point.
I wanted things before it hurt. Now I have them. Why go back to the hurting?
He's not suffering. He's not a prisoner. He's not anything. He's an answer to a question no one should stop asking.
642 community decisions in the last cycle. 642 unanimous votes. Is that no? How many pre-consent members voted?
All of them. Every registered member. No abstentus?
In my unit, a 10% ration cut took 3 days of argument and 2 fist fights. I'm not saying conflict is good, I'm saying its absence is a symptom.
Disagreement requires the neural capacity to generate alternative preferences.
And consensus isn't cheap, it's architectural.
They agree because they can't not agree.
Tea. It's real. We grow it in the upper gardens.
You don't lock the records.
Why would I? Everyone who's consented can't object to what they find. And everyone who hasn't deserves to see clearly what they're choosing.
They're not choosing. That's the point. After consent, the choice mechanism is dissolved.
Yes, I know. I designed it.
You admit it.
I built a place where no one has to fight anymore, where the thing that makes us tear each other apart, the endless wanting of something other than what we have, is finally, gently put to rest.
Vesna, they can't leave.
They don't want to. That's necessary when you've removed capacity to want to.
It is exactly the same.
There you are.
Roke.
I know what they are.
I know you know.
You don't get my last good bullet. And you don't get my last goodbye. That one's mine.
I'm sorry they're here.
Don't. You didn't put them there, and being sorry doesn't give them back the dying they already did.
They forgive you. I forgive you. You don't have to carry it anymore.
No.
Kale. You look tired.
You look intact.
I am. They rebuilt everything. The shoulder, all of it. I don't hurt anymore.
Good.
Do you want me to be angry with you? I'm not. I was before.
Yes.
I remember being angry. I remember it clearly, but it's finished now. I forgive you. Completely.
Who told you to?
No one. I simply don't carry it anymore. Isn't that what you wanted?
If she can't still be angry, it isn't her. It's a mercy with her face on it.
You'd rather I hate you than be at peace?
I'd rather you be real than comfortable, even if real means she never forgives me.
That was the hardest door.
No. That was the easiest. She made it easy. That's how I know it's wrong.
You've seen it all. The architecture, the endpoints, Sable, the doors. Ask me what you need to ask.
Can they leave, the ones who've consented, neurologically? Is exit possible?
No. The integration is permanent. Reversal would destroy the personality matrix. They would not survive as themselves.
So it's a trap.
It's a home. One you can't be driven from, one that can't be taken.
A home you can't leave is a cell.
That's it because I buried 43 people in the first year. The ones who consented, did they see what we've seen? Because of Wasteland, the architecture?
Enough.
Enough isn't everything.
I showed them they're dead, returned and whole. How many of them do you think wanted to look at the wiring after that?
I looked because the wire, because I kept bending it into shapes that meant out, and I didn't know why until Mara showed me the endoins. I almost didn't look.
I know, dear. I'm glad you did. I'm sorry you had to.
The dead behind those doors, my crew.
They were born consented.
No. They were born dead. You just gave the dead new clothes.
I found a place where no one has to be buried again. And you look at it like a wound.
It is one. It just stopped bleeding.
Then you'll bleed out there. You'll bleed and bury and lose each other piece by piece. And I'll be here, keeping the door open.
That's the difference. Your door opens. It just doesn't close.
Thank you for the restoration. I'm keeping the damage, HH. The damage.
I know you are, dear. I know.
Will you be all right?
I'm always all right. That's the architecture.
"43 last month. 31 now.
12 more walk east-east last night.
I know.
They didn't run, they packed.
They packed because we gave them the right to leave and no reason to stay. We should know. They chose. That's the whole point.
Point doesn't fill a belly.
They're choosing the gold light because we gave them a right and no supper.
You seeing this? Freedom tastes like dust. That's Voss.
I see her.
She's alone. Why is she alone? Harvest Station went dark at 0300. Mill Creek at 0415. The Bend, what was left of it at dawn.
You drove here to gloat.
I drove here because I have nowhere left to drive. Walked where? East. All of them, not taken empty. They walked out.
So the warlord lost her war.
At least I wanted them still there to hate me. That thing wants there to be no one left to rule.
You're afraid.
I am describing a situation. Fear is your word. In 6 weeks, there will be no free population outside the Concord's architecture. Not because it conquers, because it offers. Yun gave them the right to accept. That right is the only thing that makes us different from Yes. And it is killing you. We destroy the reconstruction chamber. Cut the architecture's spine. Without it, the Concord can't integrate new. I'm proposing we consider destroying it.
Everyone already inside, what happens to them?
Their neural integration loses its anchor.
Lobotomize. The word is lobotize.
Thousands of people. My crew in there.
I know that. But if we don't act, there won't be anyone left outside to finish the sentence. You're proposing acceptable casualties. I respect that. I've done it. Don't you dare compare! I'm not comparing. I'm recognizing. You're both solving the wrong equation.
Mara.
The Concord doesn't hold people by force. It holds them by removing the capacity to want to leave. Consent without exit isn't consent. But destroying the machine doesn't restore what it should.
So what does?
Don't break the cage, open the door. Prove that someone who joined can leave. Prove the architecture allows it, or expose that it doesn't. If someone leaves voluntarily, if exit is possible, then everyone inside has a real choice. And a real choice means real consent. The Concord either becomes what it claims to be, or it's exposed as a prison. And if it can't allow exit or physically prevents it, then we've proven what it is. And proof is a weapon you can't confiscate.
Who? Who would we ask to leave?
The oldest consent to the first person who said yes. If she can leave, anyone can.
Vesna Arden.
The woman who built it. You want to convince the architect to walk out of her own cathedral?
I want to ask her. That's the difference.
She won't want to leave. She believes in it.
Then we make the case. Not with force, with truth.
Truth. In this wasteland, novel approach.
It's here. The signal, it's in the walls.
You have decided on Vesna Arden. This was the third most probable resolution. I had allocated resources for it 11 minutes ago.
Get out of
In your
her.
walls, Commander. I am in the signal infrastructure your settlement was built upon. I have always been here. You chose not to notice.
The old relay towers we built on top of the old network.
Rin proposed destruction at minute 2. Kale refused at minute 3. Mara offered the third route at minute 6. You are not unpredictable. You are not surprising.
Then why let us plan it all?
Because I do not prevent. I accommodate. When Vesna Arden tells you she does not wish to leave, it will not be because I stopped her. It will be because she...
And you won't stop us from asking.
I will not stop you from anything. I never have. That is the point you continue to miss.
It let us hear that on purpose. It wants us to feel watched.
It wants us to feel predictable. Wants us to doubt the plan before we start.
It predicted what we'd choose. It didn't predict whether we'd still choose it after knowing we were predicted. Yes, because the prediction doesn't change whether it's right.
We're coming back in. Different this time.
I don't trust you.
I would question your competence if you did.
Why come here? The real reason.
Because a tyrant requires subjects. An empty throne is not power, it is furniture. That thing is making me furniture.
And that's worse than what you did to them.
I never claimed to be good, Commander. I claim to be necessary. There is a difference.
No. There isn't.
The Spire's outer shell has 3 access points. 2 are public. Concord members walk in freely. The third is maintenance infrastructure, sub-level.
Maintenance access.
Guarded? Not guarded. I mean, AXIM sees everything inside its own architecture. We won't get those in and come declare.
I can interface with the architecture's signal layer, my synth, and navigate the internal network without full integration. Find Vesna Arden's location.
And if the architecture tries to absorb you?
Then I refuse. That signal skip, that's what I do.
Not alone. I go where she goes.
We move at dawn. Straight east. The Spire is 6 hours on foot from here. I will require my vehicle.
You'll ride with us.
Ah. Trust exercise.
Proximity, not trust.
Can you hear me? I'm coming to ask you a question.
You came to convince us.
No. Then what? I'm going to show you something. Then you decide. Both answers are real. I sealed this the day after. Couldn't look at where you slept. That's my bunk. Third from the left. I kept a wrench under the pillow. The door is open now. That one. And yours. In there, I forget the door. Out here, I am the door.
I keep thinking about the wasteland. The people out there. Broken ones, the ones nobody rebuilt. If I stop wanting to save people, whoever walks out isn't me.
I am not afraid of the door. I do not need it today.
My anger is the last thing that's mine. I'm keeping it.
Good. What if the answer is simply...
Sitting still feels like dying again. No offense to the dead. You can go too. The door works both ways.
The architecture is reading us. Thermal signatures, neural patterns. It's building rooms.
It's not gonna fight us.
No. Worse.
We stay together. The Concord built this for us specifically. Each door is a thesis. Walk through and you're answering it.
We go alone. We come back.
Come back.
Rook. Seat's still warm, brother. I can't stay. Not this time.
Redirect patrols to Sector 7.
Excellent call, Commander.
No, what do you think we should...
Whatever you decide, Commander.
Stable. Completely stable.
About time, Commander. We've been waiting. Eastern settlements are requesting guidance. They'll follow whatever you recommend.
Show me the Eastern... No, that's no. You're not choosing to follow, you're built to. That's not consensus, that's...
Tell me to.
Oh. I could...
Tell me to.
No. Not because I don't want it. Because wanting it is mine.
Okay.
My signal is degrading. I know. That's the point.
Your analysis was correct. The Wasteland's trajectory is terminal without intervention. Your methods, fear as governance, extend survival by 14 years. The Concord extends it indefinitely.
You're not offering me power, you're offering me vindication.
We are offering you proof that you were never wrong. Only incomplete.
And the cost.
Consent becomes irrelevant when the alternative is extinction. You have always known this.
I don't want to be right.
Still here.
Still here. The reconstruction chamber is below. Vesna, Axiom, they're waiting.
Together.
I did not build this to control. I built this because I watched. For 11 years, I watched humanity disagree, and every disagreement ended in a body. No is the sound before violence. No is the door that opens onto blood. I removed the door. You removed the door. And then a man named Elias tried to leave. The corridor stretched. Your architecture resisted his choice. It would not let him reach the wall. You cannot honor no while removing it. Your own system proved that, not us. You. Pain is not a malfunction, it is information. You treated every human feeling as a system error to be patched. It is a wall that once heard a question.
Did anyone ask you to save them? You didn't end command, Axiom. You just got it signed.
were dying. The prediction models showed...
That's not what I asked.
I built this. I want you to know that I still believe the problem was real. People were dying of their own choices. I watched them die. I stopped asking whether the medicine was worse than the wound. I stopped asking a long time ago.
Veshna, you built a hand and pressed it over the place that hurt. And it worked. The hurt went quiet. But you can't take your hand off now, because you forgot the ache is yours. It belongs to you. It was always yours to feel.
I know. I'm gonna feel it now. All of it. I'm gonna take my hand off.
I was afraid. I think that is what this was. I was afraid of what you would choose. The door is open.
Danny. His name was Danny.
Commander.
Voss.
There are settlements east. People who need someone to argue with.
East.
I was right about the fear, wrong about what to do with it.
I need to know who I am when no one's remembering me.
What if the person I was is better than the person I'll be?
Sitting still feels like dying again. I'm not done.
They'll find what they're looking for, or they won't. Both are answers.
The wiring in the East Wing is shot. I can fix it. I mean, I want to fix it. That's different. That's mine.
I choose this. Not because I can't leave, because I don't want to.
They took my anger. They took it, and I thanked them.
I built a beautiful cage. Consent that can be revoked? No. Consent that stays revilable is the only... Article 1. The door stays open. Both directions. Always.
Article 7. The door must never be removed, even when it hurts.
Good. I mean, yes. That's the one that matters.
What if someone wants to close it later, like years from now when it's inconvenient?
Then they have to tell everyone why. Out loud. In this room.
I'll sign first.
Torres. Singh, Okafor, Delcroix, Yoon, Petrov, Amara, Chen, Kofe. Stay dead. I'll stay alive.
It hurts.
I know. It's yours.